All right, so this is still the AM show, and we're going on to the conversation I've been meaning for us to have from the very beginning. So it's an opportunity for internship, especially for young people, actually graduates. It's known as the Industry Immersion Program by Africa Institute for Mathematical Sciences. The program is running in Ghana, Rwanda, Kenya, and South Africa. It's a wonderful opportunity, and that's why I was telling you to get your friends to tune in so they will know and they can take advantage of it. But it turns out that, well, it's mainly for people in STEM. And, but yes, it is still an opportunity. So if you're in STEM, you need to listen to this conversation. And joining us for the conversation this morning is Mark Heerding, who's co-founder AIMS, and Dr. David Atipo, program lead at AIMS. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. And I'd want to start with you, Dr. Atipo. So this is an exciting program, and I'm sure that people who are watching who would want to be part of it. And it turns out that this is something that has been running for some time.
Yes.
Now, I want you to tell us give us some of the examples so that the people who are watching will know that, I mean, there's no fluke. This is like real.
Yeah.
So you have taken people and given them some training, and then they become, they're excelling in their fields. Give us some examples.
So thank you very much, Israel, for this opportunity, and thank you to your viewers. We really appreciate the opportunity to talk to people about this. In the past, we have very wonderful students who have gone through our program. I can give an example of Mr. Seydou Tahiru. Seydou Tahiru joined our program in South Africa when we started, and he went on to intern with Bosch in South Africa.
Okay.
And after interning with Bosch, he was employed by Bosch Ghana, and he came back home, which is something that we are very particular about. And after he worked with Bosch Ghana for a while, he was pushed by M-Pharma, and now he's the global pricing manager for M-Pharma. So that's one example. Another example I can give off the top of my head is Mr. Ivan Sieboa. Ivan Sieboa joined Siemens as an intern. Now he's a manager at Siemens. Mr. Seth Afariboating also is currently working for ThyssenKrupp, the big German engineering company here in Ghana. So these and many others across the continent, but I can only give you particular interest here in Ghana.
It's great. I mean, this is good enough. And I am big on internship, and I talk about that all the time if I happen to, engage young ones. And I tell them that, look, internship is your way, the way you can put your foot in the door.
Exactly.
And I talk about that. You're in an organization, so there's multimedia. You want to join multimedia. But there are many people who want to join multimedia and probably become show hosts or show anchors. And then you're trying to come in and you apply and say, I want to become a show host. There are many people who want to become show hosts. How do we tell whether you are actually the kind of show host we're looking for? So if you get an opportunity to come in as an intern, to come and do something, it could be anything. Just take advantage of that. Sometimes you go in and it's not even paid internship.
Exactly. You
go in, you get your foot in the door, and then whilst in there, you can prove to the people that I can actually do this.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a good voice.
Exactly.
And so somebody hears you speak and say, you have a good voice. Yeah. Yes. You could actually do this.
I mean, Israel, I can actually tell you about my story. So my story, I'm an AIMS alumni from 2013. After I finished my master's, I got a scholarship supported by the German government to go and study my PhD at the University of Cape Town. And while I was there, I gave my time on a program for the South African government. And that was how Mark met me, actually.
Okay.
And I started as an intern for Mark. When I was interning for Mark, it wasn't really paid. It was just, interning and giving my time while I was still doing my PhD. And years on, this is 6 years since we started, and now I've led the program we started in just one country. Under my leadership, I'm now the program lead of the program, and under my leadership, I've scaled the program to 4 other African countries. So I really concur with what you're saying, because at the end of the day, an internship verifies your skill.
Exactly.
It tells to people that you are really what you say you are in terms of what you've learned in school, what you've studied in school. So I just want a lot of the young ones to take the opportunity when it comes to interning for companies.
Yeah.
And I also want to encourage companies to also look at it from that point of view as well and say that when students come to you looking for internship, it's a way for them to actually show you what they're actually capable of. Because very often what we actually lose is that at the end of the day, the universities are not really teaching the students what they are supposed to bring. But if you don't bring them on board, you will not really know. So
great.
That's why it's.
Let me bring in Mark here.
Yeah.
So how do you select people? I mean, how does one move from to join the program?
Good question, and thank you, Israel. It's important that we see a real desire to go to industry.
Okay.
We don't want anyone coming onto the program who doesn't really want to take their skills into employment in industry. Yes, there are alternatives. They can go into teaching or academia. But we focus on those mathematicians in particular who want to go to industry. And then the second big point of our internship program is so often our great mathematicians don't have workplace skills, which makes the transition, the bridge to industry, so much more difficult.
Yeah.
So really, our program, and the program I've been running now for 8 years, is building workplace skills, which is a combination of understanding business skills and secondly, personal development skills, teamwork, presentations, and all that is expected of you when you come into the workplace. So you're completely right. Everyone must grab the opportunity for internships. But equally, we have to understand there is a bridge to industry that we need to help our graduates cross.
All right, so how do you recruit the people or they apply?
It's a combination. They have to apply, but we recruit.
Okay.
We recruit because our reputation rests on our students being successful in time. So we understand that not every maths graduate or every STEM graduate wants to be in industry. So we have quite a rigorous selection process, looking for the real talents who we think are going to succeed, as David has alluded to.
Okay, so let's talk about the recruitment phase. How do you go about? Do you go to the universities to look for, identify the talents?
Yes.
Yeah, each year AIMS, the African Institute for Mathematical Sciences, we have 5 centers of excellence across the African continent. And we get about 6,000 to 8,000 applications from various universities on the continent. Out of these, we select 250 who sit in our centers. So we're selecting the top 1%, even less than that possibly, to come and sit within our centers. And as Mark has alluded, when they come into our centers, we are looking out for those who really want to take their skills into industry. The idea is really for us as a continent to actually try to enter the 4th Industrial Revolution, which is something we haven't really gotten ourselves into yet. So in so doing, we are getting a lot of our people to start thinking about industry and how we can actually apply the skill set that we have as mathematicians and STEM graduates in industry.
Yes. So this is where you say that people apply.
Yes.
But how do you also go out there to look for, the particular skill that like headhunt and get some of those?
So we work particularly with most of our partners because we can't just trot around the continent looking for all these talents. So we trust the talents that our partners bring us. So for example, we work with University of Ghana, the University of Cape Coast.
So do you have you're liaising with lecturers?
Yes,
who say, I have this guy here.
And department heads, yes.
So the department heads suggest some of the students. They actually recommend them to us. And even though the recommendation comes strongly, we still take them through our very rigorous selection process.
That's very, very necessary.
So it's something that when you come to AIMS, and I say this as an AIMS alumni, you get a full transformation. And if you really believe in the future of work and where the continent must go, AIMS is one of the places that you can actually gain the necessary skills that will push you into that place.
So let's take one who has passed through successfully. I mean, they selected the 250 that you say have been selected. What then happens to them? You said they are sent to some of your centers.
Yeah.
Will they be sent, if you're selected in Ghana, are you staying in Ghana or they're sending you to another country?
So I was selected from the University of Ghana, and then I went to Senegal because I personally wanted to learn French.
Okay.
So when I went to Senegal, I stayed there for 10 months on my master's training.
So you have a choice as to the country you want
Yes.
to
And we like that. We are trying to build multilateral skills into our mathematicians. We want them to feel at comfort wherever they're working in the continent. So that is one of the big options for all AIMS applicants, that they can select, if they wish, to go to different countries for their training. And then we take them onto the Industry Immersion Program, which is this bridge to industry, but then we find them employment at home. So that is a key component. At the end of every course, it is our intention and desire to find them employment in their home country so they can develop the skills for them.
So they're selected, they end up in one of your centers, and they are developed or, groomed essentially, and prepared for industry. Do you have to pay anything to be part of it?
No, AIMS is totally free. I always say this, that I remember I was a tutor at the University of Ghana, and I just took my bag and went on the plane, and I was in Senegal, and the entire time is fully funded. We even get stipends while we're at AIMS, so we don't pay for a thing. Everything is covered, including the Industry Immersion Program.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming to you. So what's the catch? I mean, you tell me.
No, there's no catch. There's
For free, you take them, prepare them,
Yes.
at your expense.
We have built a model, Israel, which has been very successful. So it's funded internationally as an NGO. So the whole Pan-African development of AIMS is fully funded, primarily by governments, both on the continent and externally, who are trying to develop our resources. So,
wow. Okay. I wish I could have an opportunity like that. But yes, those of you out there, yes, there's an opportunity. Just go for it. How do they get to? Is there a website?
Yeah, so they can go to the AIMS Ghana website. When they type AIMS Ghana, the website will just come up.
Okay.
They can just go there. All the information about how to apply to AIMS is on the website, and they can just apply for the program.
Okay.
And also, most people recommend other friends and family to also apply. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. So Mark Herding, who's co-founder AIMS, and Dr. David Tipo, who's a program lead also at AIMS. Thank you very much.
Thank
And I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
For how far you've...
Thank you very much for having us. Yes, a real shining light for our
Exactly.
program.
Okay, so thank you very much. We're taking a break. We're bringing you Showbiz next, and something must kill a man. Stay tuned in.